Hello, Internet, and welcome back to World Nerd Commentaries. So, at 12 a.m. this morning, I got to watch the first two premiere episodes of My Adventures with Superman. As you could probably tell, I am a little tired today, but don't let that ruin the review. So, let's get to it. So, like I said, I watched these two episodes at 12 in the morning, and I felt that they were alright. As an animated show, it was animated pretty well, and I felt that the writing was pretty hilarious at some points. I really do admire this version of Clark Kent, Lois Lane, and Jimmy Olsen because they feel like an actual team and not just a group of people working at the Daily Planet. I felt that the writing was really good between these three characters, and I wish to see more of it growing in future episodes. I do think this is an interesting take on the Superman lore. Instead of Superman's powers being biological, I do believe he gets these powers from his shuttle that he was in as a baby. And instead of Kryptonians speaking clear English, they have their own language, which makes sense. This is another planet after all. And again, this is a really interesting take, and I do also admire it. One thing that I don't really understand about this show was the first villain, which in the first episode she's like this terrorist that steals a few robots from this shipping yard, but by the second episode I guess she's supposed to be Livewire. I mean, I do like Livewire. She's one of my favorite villains in the Superman Rogues Gallery, but it doesn't really lead up to that in my opinion. And if I could just be bold for a moment, by the second episode, the ending, they hint Task Force X, which is the Suicide Squad. And guys, we need to talk about this real quick. What's Warner Brothers' fascination with Suicide Squad? Like, they tried to embed it with the Arkhamverse, they squeezed it in with the Snyderverse, and now they're trying to squeeze it into this universe, it looks like. I mean, granted, if Warner Brothers wasn't fascinated in Suicide Squad, then they wouldn't get to hire James Gunn to do the Suicide Squad, which led him to be the head of DC Studios and direct Superman Legacy. In a way, I believe this fascination is what saved DC currently. It's so weird. But let's get back to Superman. So if you haven't watched the show already, I do recommend giving it a watch. It's currently on Max right now. In my opinion, it's a really good interpretation of Superman, his mythos, and his friends. If you don't know much about Superman, I would probably recommend you to read the comics, but this is a really good modern version of Superman. And again, go watch the show. See if you like it. I definitely did. But anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about today. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye. But seriously, they aired that 12 in the morning? I gotta go to bed.